Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Tonight, we're on to Week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week, they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. You got to come out ready to play.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb the penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
Green 39! Green 39!
To throw on 2nd down. Schaefer. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Schaefer. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What the column this right? Possible air raid. So we'll see. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave what the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. Boom, landed.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 77 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down. Schaefer, and he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
Got to tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
56. Gun, gun, gun.
From the gun, Schaefer over the middle to Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Leopard! Check. Here we go now.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Detroit!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit!
On 1st down, Schaefer. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
No. Check. Patriot!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
We just saw another nice game there. How about some kudos for the offensive line, being able to carve some space in the interior all game long and let the big guy rumble.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Barney!
Operating from the gun. Schaefer buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And this one is right through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set. Green, 39.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st and 10, Schaefer. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schaefer. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Lucky 56.
On 3rd and 2, Schaefer. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding, offense.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send it backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Here we go. Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Looking to throw. Schaefer being chased out left. He may try and run for this. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. On is the Chargers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring and moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
And they're going to the ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And they'll go on the ground. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Smith catches left side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And there it is, sack number 201. He has broken Bruce Smith's all-time record.
For a lot of us, we wondered if anyone would get to that record. But the way teams are throwing the ball around, more opportunities for these sack artists to accumulate numbers. And we've seen the biggest number of all eclipsed today.
Detroit! Detroit!
third down. Schaefer, he's going to rifle, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down. Schaefer. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 11 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch him now, Barney.
From the gun, Schaefer. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the 2nd. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people. Find some other playmakers. Always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Set. Green, 39. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction, but was able to track the ball in another.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Boom, landed.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll drop the throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On 1st down, Schaefer. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there to charge your 1st down.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, man, fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there, handed to their big guy to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Schaefer, incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Schaefer. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to throw. Schaefer throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Chargers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be third and forever.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Schaefer escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete as well. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
He'll drop to throw, and he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot!
Looking to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gone! 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 Hot!
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Back to throw here. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. And his kick is good. And it's now 13-8. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
A final shot before break. Schaefer, he's going to look deep down, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. But first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers as they'll take on the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The late afternoon games hold some intrigue as well. A good one being up at MetLife Stadium, where it'll be the Jets taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks. And lastly, we'll be tuned in on Sunday night for what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but
Still
all for
first
naught
down.
on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19.
And they'll run it here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
It's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, they think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage. But
and that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City in for the score. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very...
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the
First down.
conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Motion.
Throwing on 1st down. Schaefer. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Gone.
Operating from the gun. Schaefer. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. You're going to blitz. Likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
To throw on third down. Schaefer flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
No. Check. Patriot.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up, because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off.
Well, they won't get the touchdown, but they'll get the next best thing as they're able to convert on 4th down, and they'll be left with a 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
From the gun, Schaefer. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble, because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
Operating from the gun. Schaefer. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over. and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So that one will be accepted. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
False start. Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding. Offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
All right, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The penalty set him back. Now a big play moves him forward. It's second down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go now. Line it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Usually the big fella is a blocker, a lead back, but he gets the ball on 1st down. What a surprise for everyone. And as a former safety, if he breaks into the secondary and you see him coming, you just know that's a whole lot of man you've got to deal with now.
Looking to throw. Schaefer. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again. Schaefer. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On 1st down, Schaefer. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Gone! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to the air on 2nd down. Schaefer. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch you now, Barney.
On 3rd down, Schaefer. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times on their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Schaefer. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Set, 3-19.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 2 big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
And I think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Back to throw. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Holding offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. In for the score. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. A try here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
To throw again. Schaefer. Over the middle, complete. That's Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st and 10, Schaefer. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Schaefer. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Looking to throw. Schaefer. And he comes back with one complete. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Now there's a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And the big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down. Schaefer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And look at the numbers. They have gotten him more involved. I guess the question now, Charles, defensively, how do you make him less involved?
That's always the key question, isn't it? Sometimes other guys are starting to play really well, and you shift your attention to them. You got to make sure you got full focus on him because he's so good that if you don't, he finds a way to make plays. Always have 2 guys in his vicinity. Usually trying to bump him off the line of scrimmage and get him out of his route.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. these strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A gain of 3, second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on second down. Schaefer. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! 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 Gone!
On first down, Schaefer. And that'll be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Gone! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience?
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point splits the uprights, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. A 10-play drive that time, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Holding offense.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the home team here, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll drop to